Hey everyone, we're at Capcom's booth here at E3 2012. I'm Peter Brown, I'm here with Giancarlo Veronini, and you just took a look at the new Devil May Cry. So how did it look to you, just your first impression overall?
I mean, it looks great. Obviously, there's much been made about how Dante looks different. It's not the same Dante that we've known over the past several years, actually, with the previous Devil May Cry games. But the action is actually pretty similar. Dante has a lot of the attacks that should be immediately familiar to fans of the series. He has the sword attack, he has Ebony and Ivory, which I'm not sure if they're actually called that still, but he has the dual pistols, and he still has the launcher attacks where you can bring enemies into the air and kind of juggle them. Where things change up a little bit is the introduction of the two different modifiers that you can add to your attack. So there's Angel and Demon. Angel is used with the Scythe, and basically that's good for more crowd control. If you're being surrounded by a lot of sort of weaker enemies, you can kind of just spin that thing around and take care of a lot of enemies at once. Demon actually gives Dante this really huge axe, and it's really powerful, and it's great against enemies who actually have a physical defense. So if you use it, you can knock their defenses down and kind of go in for a regular combo. The problem is since it's stronger, if you whiff the attack, then it leaves you open for counterattacks from enemies and things like that.
So in a lot of the trailers, they showed a lot of deformation of the environments. Did any of that come into play during the demo?
Yeah, so actually that was kind of the surprising thing, is just how much of that there is. So there's a little bit that happens when it's sort of signifying when a battle is going to happen, because the environment will change to kind of let you know that, hey, the demon world's coming. But then there are sections where it's basically like almost turns into a platformer where you have to race down these walls that are just closing in on you, and you have to jump across these pits. And if you don't get across them in time, you're basically finished. So we saw that a lot in the first stage. There was even some of that in the second stage, which is actually new content here at E3, and it's a boss battle against this grotesque boss slug lady thing with multiple arms. Her and Dante have this really funny exchange with various curse words when they confront each other. But that boss battle is a great example of just how the game constantly forces you to use all of Dante's abilities. In addition to the Angel and Demon physical attacks, he also has this grappling hook thing where if you use Angel with the grappling hook, he can go towards things, pull himself towards things. Or if he uses Demon, he can pull things towards him. And you have to use all of these skills at once in order to beat this boss. And it does a really good job of just reminding you, hey, this game is more than just standing and hacking away at something.
Yeah, so and that's kind of a stark difference, I think, to the older games, which you kind of had this repertoire, but you didn't always have to use them. So in that regard, would you say this is a good step forward for the series, even though it's kind of like a reboot?
I think it's a nice change. It's not necessarily, I don't know that it's a step forward in the sense that people will think that it's any dramatically different from the previous games, but I think they'll like that a new set of eyes has been put on the combat system, and that they've done things to kind of make Dante's full arsenal feel important and feel strong. Like they want you to think that Dante is this really powerful kid, and he is, and they think they've done a great job of that.
Sounds good. Thanks everybody. This was Giancarlo, I'm Peter Brown, and we were talking about Devil May Cry.